Dan, this episode is getting weird. Woo! Yeah. Whoa! Yeah. A giant hole in the butt of my pants. I think it will be.
No.
And I do.
He's wrong.
No, I'm right. It's going to happen.
He's wrong.
You said the windshield wiper, and I quote yesterday, is kicking your butt.
It was busting my balls. Like.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Can you sit down? What's up, people? Welcome back to the Genius Garage Lykan Hypersport build. Getting very excited because we are going to take this car to Road America to the WeatherTech International Challenge for the Vintage Race, which is also the Shadow, Can-Am, and Formula 5000 reunion. It's going to be epic. Genius Garage, we're going to race the yellow Corvette, and actually the Lykan will be in the Concours, driven by two of the students. We're very excited about that. As a note, it's not going to be painted or entirely finished by then. So we're just going to show you our working project, which is totally not what normal supercar people do. They want it to be pristine, so you only show that. And you really never get to see the real side of building a car. And to illustrate that, I'd like to tell you that the reason I'm holding this door here, and the reason this video probably actually won't be that good today, is because my morning was shot. I was out running a bunch of errands, and then I hopped into my 80s Volkswagen Scirocco and quickly ripped a giant hole in the butt of my pants. But fortunately, it's not these pants. I didn't actually have to have this door right here. So anyway, you guys, what are you doing with this thing?
Working on it.
I can tell that.
Like always.
So here's Tyler. Tyler is an absolute animal. I think you guys could tell. We did an interview with him last week. This man has put in some serious hours, and now he's dropping tools. On camera in front of thousands of people. That's okay, though. So, as some of you guys may have remember, Tyler and I made a bet. What did we bet, 20 bucks?
20 bucks.
20 bucks on will this be lighter than the original Lykan Hypersport?
I don't think it will be.
I think it will be.
No.
And I do.
He's wrong.
No, I'm right. It's going to happen.
He's wrong.
Don't just, you're just adding steel to this thing to make it heavier now.
I'm just gonna keep welding
knock
pipes
it off,
in until
knock
it's
it
heavier.
off. Okay, so we're going to try to make this more super leggera style. So one of the places where we decided to develop this in our own direction is this clamshell area, as we'd call it. There's really no need to make it articulate or open up quickly and easily.
Not in this car.
No, there's not. You don't need, if you need to access suspension, you take the wheels off or you go underneath it. If you need to access the motor, you can do it from underneath. You can do it through the...
Well, this whole piece right here is going to be removable. So if you need to access the engine, you'll be able to access it through the removable part in the center there.
Correct. So in a place that we were able to save some weight, we actually have made this clamshell so that it is, you would have to unscrew it and unbolt it effectively.
Yeah. So the main support we have going down here, rather than having a big bulky hinge system in the back here and having to build supports into this, we have two pipes. And if you want to look through the bottom of the cage here, you can see one of the pipes running up the inside of the groove there.
I like how you're calling our beautiful mandrel bent, like seamless tubing pipes.
That's what
it's not plumbing.
It's
beautiful structural metal.
Piece of metal that
oh,
holds
God.
this up.
We gotta work on your engineer vocabulary. Okay.
So
we're using some fancy pipes.
Bent pieces of steel are holding the rear section up that have been bent to fit the inside of this groove here to support the whole cage. And you can see I'm in the process of tapping and bolting this all the way up the insides of our beautiful mandrel bent pipe in order to keep everything nice and solid back here. In addition to that, I've also bonded some patches up in the front that have been bolted into the main roll cage to hold the leading edge of the panel down so it doesn't flap or anything. So.
Oh, where are you speaking? Oh, with regard to this?
So up here, yeah. So up here, this is...
Hey, you use fancier terminology for our hypercar.
Our,
look at these fingerprints. No, I'm just going to tease you right now. Come here. Come look at the fingerprints. I love this. This is a work in progress. It's like a Zen garden, but with fingerprints. Do you know how mad at us there are supercar and hypercar people out there because we're not making this seem fancy enough right now?
It'll get there. It'll get there. Eventually, at one point, it will look fancy, but right now it doesn't.
If you guys don't like us being super fancy, we're opening something on this channel for the supercar and hypercar community for a petition for Genius Garage to act fancier. Yeah?
That's not going to happen.
But until then, we're just going to be ourselves.
As long as I'm here, that's not going to happen.
I'm Shanghaiing your deal. People are going to yell at me now. But, so, long story short, you've got this bonded here with these really nice, these are actually a pretty good grade button head Allen finishing screws.
Yep.
or bolts if you want to call them. So the centerpiece will go in here. That's how you access the engine and all. But that's not enough to tie in the entirety of this. So this, I mean, this is awesome. This is going to be robust.
That's really nice and tight. Yeah.
And your tubes will help with the structural rigidity of the chassis as well.
Yeah.
So that was very smart. But up here, you have a leading edge, so this has to be attached.
Yeah.
But you can't. We don't want any visible hardware on the car. You want it to be seamless.
Yeah.
So how did you affix this now?
On the inside of here, I have an unfinished one over here. I can show you.
Oh, do you?
On the inside of this is an old one, so this is nothing
Oh,
like
this
we
is a
put on the
test
car.
piece.
This was a test piece, the first one that was made.
Okay.
So this is kind of
This is your junky test piece.
Yes, but what we're doing is basically on the inside of the car, I have these pieces of steel that, you know, I welded a stud through, and these get bonded with 3M panel bonding to the inside of the fiberglass. This one doesn't have any of the grooves or the holes cut in it in order to adhere
Well, it's also
better.
not finished
It's
in
not
any way,
finished.
and it's not
you know,
cut, it's
well,
not
this
anything.
one's been sitting around for a couple of weeks
here.
because.
I'm-
Okay, yeah.
Stop making us not look fancy.
Okay. Well, this one is not going on the car, and I can
You
assure
know how
you
the
the ones
internet
that
works?
I can assure you the ones that went on the car are better than this. So this one was the first test piece, but basically what's going on is.
Hold on, give me the camera. Look, I know this is not how you all would expect. Camera guy, you go back to exactly where you were. Go back to where you were. Now, Ryan, you do what you were doing then. Okay, so here's the camera guy. He's standing here, he's cameraing, he's being a great dude. And then there's Ryan, which we nicknamed the FNG. Now, Ryan, go ahead and work there your actuation. Bend that piece of polycarbonate there. Yeah, keep doing it. Bend it again, over and over. This time, go back and do it really hard. Yeah. All right. Oh, God. Josh, look what you've done.
Not on a nicely clean.
Oh, there's Peyton out there. He's even laughing from outside. Okay.
This is a bit of a Charlie Foxtrot of an episode.
I don't care. I don't care if people don't like this. This is entertaining. Smart people are funny too, okay? Like, nobody goes to the bathroom and makes it smell like freshly baked cinnamon buns. This is engineering, right?
Yeah.
What else engineering is going on?
Well, Dan's doing a really good job up there with the latches. He's coming along on that pretty good.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Dan.
All right.
Dan,
Hey,
this episode is getting weird.
it is. It is.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, what are you working on?
Hood latches. It's
Those
nice.
look fancy.
Yeah. They need a bunch more bracing inside, and I like to have them be able to kind of be bolt on and kind of bolt off.
Oh, I
because
see.
There are hoses behind there, and I don't want to like trap them forever.
Ah,
But,
okay.
It's just like a kind of typical bear claw latch.
I assume you're going to use something different than the self-tapper, and you just use that
Right,
to
yep,
mock it
that's
up.
just to hold it in place for now.
Okay,
Yep.
so you're going to have the Honey Badger TIG weld in some weld nuts or something back
I
here?
think so.
Okay.
There is a bit of a flange here that we can maybe bolt straight through, or have some nuts on the back there. So
This really looks really great. Do you want to pop this loose?
yeah. So it's a little.
it'll bang out of there.
Yeah, it's gonna fly out of there. I'll just pull on the top one.
Okay.
So it's
Woo!
Yeah.
Whoa!
yeah, nice and springy.
It's like the clip out of an M1 Garand.
Yeah.
Neat. Okay. All right. So now, where did you get these beautiful hinges? Where did
So
you source these from?
These are Porsche Boxter trunk latches. We had 2 Porsche Boxters here at some point, and I took the trunk latches off both of them.
That was a very fancy way of saying he robbed my Porsche Boxster door hinges from my build.
We weren't going to be using them anyway.
It's fine.
Hey, that's beside the point. He's a thief. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So well done. So you got the 5-finger discount.
Right,
Okay, that's
right,
beating the
right.
budget. Smart. But these look nice. So you got a.
Yeah, I'm about to do
How
some.
you gonna gusset these and stuff?
So probably just some triangles behind, like a long one and then a short one up here, just to make sure it kind of all stays.
Okay, but you still have to run your tubing and such through it
Right,
for everything
yep.
else. Okay, I like this a lot though. This looks really
Yeah.
nice.
Eventually, these will be actuated by the stock Porsche electrical actuators that we have.
Oh, I see.
Right, but for now, it's going to
Are you
be.
gonna tie 2 mechanical pulls in together?
Yep.
Now on the other side, is this coming out the back because they're mirrored?
I will be using the top one on the other side, so it'll be higher up, but it'll still
It'll
be
also
coming
come
out
out the
this
front.
way. Yep.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, that should be helpful.
Yep.
What else? Okay, you said the windshield wiper, and I quote yesterday, is
Right.
kicking your butt.
It was busting my balls. Like,
Oh. Wow.
yeah.
Can you
yeah,
sit down?
Maybe.
Okay.
No.
Anyway, why is it busting your balls,
Yeah,
sir?
so the thing was trying to get all the linkages working. and-
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm
All
over
right.
here being stupid.
So this is kind of a kind of mock-up. It's obviously pretty ugly. I could make this work if I had some Heim joints, and I think that's where we're gonna go, is
what'd you
Heim
do?
joints. Right. So like these are using the stock like kind of plastic catches, and
For your mock-up here?
yeah, and they.
So does
they
this
weren't-
work here or not?
This like works and moves, but like it was kind of interfering with things, and I'd have to bend it.
Oh, it was hitting stuff.
It was.
It wasn't far enough away.
No.
You had to move the mounts, didn't you?
Yep. So that was a whole thing.
So is this thing junk now, or do you just have? What do you got to do?
I can adjust it. I'd like to do bolts through here, and then Heim joints, and then a new bent tube. And
Oh, I see. Like the
do-
rod ends of our race car.
Right.
Okay, that makes
Yep.
a lot of sense.
Yep.
Okay. And did you move the mounts so you can just have a straight shot?
Right. I will have mounts that are moved and kind of like bolt through.
Okay, fair enough.
For the sake of having mounts, of course.
What other absurdly brilliant things do we have going on?
Well, hopefully,
brilliantly
hopefully, maybe today I'd like to start doing windshield cutting.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I'd like to start that.
Yeah, I don't see why you can't do that. All this stuff
Right.
is mounted.
Yep.
Okay. I still think this is going to have to fit flusher.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a long way away.
Yeah. This one's kind of weird. It's a lot closer on that side.
Oh, you're going to have a terrible day.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, to be fair, I do have to point out to everybody out there, it is genuinely easier to build your own car from scratch than it is to take an archaeological find and build something like this. There's a load of time in making these things fit, re-engineering it, making more structural, fitting it, and filling the frog DNA.
We've probably spent more time like untwisting body panels and like measuring things to be straight than we have like actually building stuff.
It's
just because,
it's incredibly fussy.
Yeah.
This thing was out in the sun for a while in like a pre-flexed state, and then we're trying to fit it onto the original kind of, I guess, chassis shape again, and it's kind of just all...
All the composites are in good shape. They're just a hassle right now.
they've just been twisted. I mean, you can only expect so much after they've been jumped, out of a two-story building twice on not the most rigid frame. So they got twisted quite a bit, and now trying to bend them straight again has been fun. So,
well, as an example, I think me and Peyton alone will be able to do the King Zero with the V12, that supercar build, in the same amount of time that you guys are able to do this whole thing, just because there's so much that goes into making this nice.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of us would be happy if we just slapped some fiberglass shell on some chassis.
No, we're not going to make it twisted.
Wouldn't be fun.
It's gotta be a nice car.
Yep.
Are you looking forward to driving this at the Road America Concours in a couple of weeks?
Absolutely. Yes.
You think you're gonna have it ready to drive?
We just have to get there. It'll definitely be ready.
It'll drive.
I can say it with.
It even drives right now.
Oh, well, I guess that's
no
right.
problem.
You think you're going to have it work like doors and stuff?
I can say with 100% certainty that the doors, the bumpers, and all of the, those kinds of parts of the car will be working. Now, whether it's up to Concours nice,
Oh, no, it's not going to be.
Acceptability.
No. Anyway, so we have a lot of fun with Genius Garage. I think everybody's going to enjoy it, but we're not bashful at showing the work in progress right now. It's more about sharing it with you all. So we hope you come and look us up. You can also look us up in the paddock and pits. Don't be bashful. Just say hi and introduce yourself. What else, guys? What are you most nervous about right now and getting it ready to take to that?
The good old doors. They have been continually a pain in my butt the whole time. So I am refurbishing the hinges and working on stuff and trying to work things around to make the doors actuate nicely. Because they actuated before, they worked, they just didn't work as nicely as I wanted them to. There was a little bit of clunk in the system, and they just didn't fit as well as they should. So I'm currently in the process of fixing those. And then we've got to do things like little things like seat belts. Well, not really little, but things like seat belts and getting the rear bumper mounted, and then these guys, him and Ryan, are going to be working on doing the windshield and all that good stuff too. So.
And as another note, we were scheduled to test this thing at Mid-Ohio at the end of June. That test day got canceled by Mid-Ohio. We have a test day scheduled for the race cars this Thursday, but it's only for race cars. So we're taking the Corvette, and if Twin Cam over there, the two Camerons, are able, we may test the Tame Prototipo prototype car. But we can't take this because it doesn't have a fuel cell. It's not prepped like a race car. So the Road America and driving it, having fun will be the first go with it. And I think we'll come back and track test it afterward. It's not that we couldn't have had it on the track last month. It's just that we didn't get the opportunity for time and resources and such. So we decided to focus more time in getting lots more ready. So, when we finally test it, it'll be a little bit of a wait, but it'll be even closer to the final product. And then we'll paint it. And then, of course, that's when, afterward, when everything's sorted and solid and beautiful, that's when we're going to start talking about power adders and engine building and such. Okay.
That's when all the finishing stuff comes.
Anything else, you guys, on this?
No, it's just been, we are, again, I think we mentioned before that we're in the tedious part of the build, so it's just like the little things that need to get done, like the latches that take a long time, and, you know, getting things bent to fit the rear section in place. It's just, we've got a lot to do, and that's what we're doing right now. So
Right, here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a camera again. I want Josh in on this. Josh, come here. Hold on. All right, you see these two guys right here? I have chosen for them to drive and ride in the Lykan Hypersport Road America to the Concours. Why? Because they're the most dedicated, awesome people with the work ethic and everything to boot. So don't screw up the Lykan, you guys.
Okay.
I just wanted the world to see that. Yes. Should we let them take it on the track touring also? I don't know. Whoa! I saw that look.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, hey Dan, you jealous back there?
No, I'm fine.
No, I'm fine.
They're the ones driving it. Like, who knows what could happen, man?
He doesn't take responsibility of something.
Dan looks
gets
like
messed
the
up.
Moody Blues and Kenny Loggins when they were young, so we think he's going to walk through the crowd and the demographics of vintage racing, and there will be a lot of ladies that find that interesting.
That's the hope, at least. Yeah.
We're gonna give him the Morgan
find
to
out,
cruise
yeah.
around it.
Yeah.
He's gonna go. Yeah.
All right, so this highly super professional and very fancy supercar video is brought to you today by Genius Garage. No, we're not actually stupid and don't suck. It's just that we have personalities and we're not afraid to show it. So should we all have fun on Road America?
Let's do it.
Route, come there, hang out with us. See you guys.